Hi, welcome to Two Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is Josh.
I'm Josh.
You're Josh this week?
I'm Josh this week. You got to be Josh like 3 times.
Okay, I'll be Pixie.
I think I should. There's 2 things I just want to apologise for in advance. The first is if the end of this podcast is me being arrested. And the second is for my erratic behaviour that's probably going to happen during the next hour or whatever.
It'd be an exciting show if you got arrested on the show.
Yeah.
If they come to arrest you, have the cop see if he can finish the show for you.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
It's time to lock up afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say that someone's gonna come in and end this podcast with Josh.
That's right. I thought you were Josh this week.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm Josh. Hi.
just tell him that Pixie's in the United States and you're Josh. That might work, and then they might not arrest you.
It might.
You're being a public nuisance.
Listen, it's the only thing I'm good at.
That's your new resume. What are your skills? Being a public nuisance.
Yeah, I need a job now. I need a job.
I got news stories.
Go for it.
The first one's a follow-up. Is release of 3D printed gun blueprints temporarily halted. So, you remember we talked about 3D gun a few weeks ago? We talked about 3D guns being printed.
Yeah, but why is he not letting that happen? He just let anybody have a normal gun.
So, say the federal judge on Tuesday stopped the release of blueprints to make untraceable and undetectable 3D printed plastic guns as President Trump questioned whether his administration should have agreed to allow the plans to be posted online. The Austin, Texas-based company behind the plans, Defense Distributed, had reached a settlement with the federal government in June, allowing it to make plans for the guns to be available for download on Wednesday. That would be the first of the month. Excuse me. I'm wrong with my throat. The restraining order from U.S. District Judge Robert Lasnik in Seattle puts that plan on hold for now. So basically the government has thought untraceable, undetectable guns are probably a bad idea.
I think we're beyond that point, if I'm very, very honest.
Because if they're plastic, they're not going to get through a metal detector.
No, but listen, I had to go through one of them metal detectors this week, right?
Yeah.
To get into court. I walked through, it beeped. The man took me bag and put it on a table. He scanned me with this little thing. Didn't beep. He went to me. Is there anything soft in your bag, honey? I said no. And he said, okay, and gave me the bag back.
How'd you get the metal detector last Friday at the concert?
It doesn't. The thing is, all you need to do to get metal through a detector is give someone like me. He didn't check me bag.
So you should have snuck it in your bag.
I could have had anything in my bag.
Or if they didn't check it, you could have had something, I guess.
If it had been a gun,
yeah.
Technically I wouldn't have been lying. There wouldn't have been anything sharp in my bag.
Let's say if it's a plastic gun, then you could just keep it on you anywhere.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, right, whether or not it's metal or plastic, it doesn't matter.
That's why the police are after you. You forgot to check your bag.
Oh. On a scale of 1 to to 10 when I asked them, are you going to arrest me? How much do you wish they'd have said yes?
Oh, how much do I wish they said yes?
Yeah.
0, because we had to do the show.
So if I'm going to cause trouble on a Saturday and not a Friday.
Exactly. You gotta get bailed out by at least Friday.
I think where they're taking me, you can hold it indefinitely.
Oh. Well, we'll have to sneak a phone in so you can still do the show.
Listen, I'm pretty sure they'll allow me to have my phone.
Well, there you go.
Exactly.
See how it goes.
We'll just have some nice ambient background noise of the insane.
So we have every week.
Is that why I'm invited on to this podcast?
There we go.
Okay.
This is another news story. A black woman receives N-word as temporary passcode.
What?
A Washington woman was horrified when a recent attempt to reset a password returned a racial slur as the temporary new code in an email.
Oh my god, what did it say?
It was capital N-A, which we'd probably get in trouble if we said the word.
Oh my god! Was that like automatically generated?
I don't know. I haven't read the story yet.
That's crazy!
Yeah, it was the N-word Erica Conway told KIRO. Conway, a board member with the Seattle NAACP chapter, said she subsequently called Puget Sound Energy on Monday to demand some answers. It says she wasn't taken seriously by the woman who took her call. Per King 5, Conway said the operator didn't think the word needed to be screened out as an automatic password because no one uses it anymore except in the movies. And Conway said, and I think we need to stop this conversation, she recalled. Puget Sound Energy has responded to the controversy, saying the password was indeed randomly generated and apologized to Conway. While Conway suggested the password was assigned to her on purpose after a previous complaint she made to the call center, the company gave assurances that employees like the one Conway spoke with do not have access to the system that generated the offensive password. A spokesperson also said the passwords would be more carefully screened and that the call center representative with whom Conway spoke will undergo training. Conway said she and the NAACP chapter want to sit down for a meeting with officials at the utility company.
First of all, I have a problem with what that employee says. It's also used in music.
Well, there you go. There's people on the street that use it. Come on.
Yeah.
That word's still used.
When stuff like that is happening, it makes me despair for the world when computers rule.
Do you think the computers will use ethnic slurs? You think
Yeah.
you think this is the start? Computers are racist against black people?
That's it. That's what happened.
Now, do you think white people program the computers to be racist against black people, or do you think they just naturally are racist towards black people? Like, where do you think where do you think artificial intelligence racism comes from?
I think they have to learn it from somewhere. That's what I think. I don't think it's a natural thing. I don't think they're naturally bigoted people, robots. I think you've obviously heard someone else say it.
So it's white people. We did it. We made robots racist. Our bad.
Yeah.
Let's see, here's another story. The CDC put a tweet out, the Center for Disease Control, put a tweet out saying, "We say it because people do it. Don't wash or reuse condoms. Use a
Oh my god!
Use a fresh one for each sex act."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who's reusing condoms?
Who's putting them? Oh my god. Who's washing them and putting them back on?
I have no idea. If you wash your condoms and reuse them, tweet to us at Two Flu Podcast.
Josh, please, not me.
We want to hear about your reused condom stories.
Listen, I don't need Twitter to suspend me again for the reply they will get if they send it to me.
I'll get suspended. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so tell us your used condom stories.
and Josh will read them out next week.
I will read your used condom stories. Who's washing? Like, how do you even do that? They're just... I don't even get that.
I don't know, is it a quick rinse, or if you thrown it in the washing machine? What's going on there?
Like, who's too cheap to buy condoms? Like, they're not ridiculously expensive.
Listen. If you're washing condoms and reusing them, I don't think it's an issue about money.
What do you think it's an issue of?
Education.
Yeah, but you think... I mean, the package should say you throw them away after you use them, I would think, right?
Should they, or should people just be aware that they're for one-time use only?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that package. See, another...
God, I promise I'll be good. Don't look at me like that, I'll be good.
You'll be good. I'm just talking about... I'm just trying to figure out how you even wash them. I don't know.
If anyone's ever washed a condom, let Josh know how. He's eager to get the best use he can out of his.
It's recycling.
Yeah.
Good grief.
The ladies don't have that problem.
Well, I think they'd have a problem if somebody's using a used condom on them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So...
We don't have that problem of, choosing whether or not we wash them and put them back on.
Oh, well, yeah. But someone's up being your problem.
Someone washing them and reusing them with you, that is your problem, yes. If you are a woman, it's a very concerning issue.
Yeah, don't date guys that are willing to wash a condom and reuse it. Like, raise your standards a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, Jesus. I bet you the same guys that wash the condom and reuse it are the same guys that don't wash themselves.
Ew.
Think about that.
I wonder how many don't rewash them. They just let them dry out.
Oh, Jesus.
And then just reuse them.
Could you even do that?
If you could wash them, you could probably just pull them out and just hang them up to dry. And just reuse them without washing them.
Oh no.
It might be a little crusty or something, but...
Oh, Jesus. Why did you think that?
I don't know. My mind goes to terrible places. That's even worse. It's it's all crusty and such.
Ew.
Yeah. So don't use crusty condoms and don't use washed condoms. Use fresh condoms. That's our public service announcement.
Yeah. If you are an ad person at a condom company, Can you, like, get that onto the adverts or the packaging, please?
It's important news.
It is. What's wrong?
I said my dog was looking at me. I don't know. He's like, what are you talking about? Use condoms. Alright, next.
What are these things?
See, next story. Child 8 thrown 31 feet off water slide platform by adult because queue was too long.
Oh my god.
A man was arrested on suspicion of throwing an 8-year-old boy 31 feet off a water slide platform because the line was too long.
Was this a case that he just wanted the kid to get its turn faster, or did he just want to get out of the line?
I guess he thought if he threw the kid off, he would move up in the line. So I guess if it worked, he would just keep throwing people off until he got to the front of the line, I would think.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't even think of that.
I mean, from that logic, my dog doesn't approve.
I think your dog likes to stay.
Since a 18-year-old male has been charged with third-degree assault after allegedly chucking the boy over the railing at the Apple Valley Aquatic Center in Minnesota on July 31st.
I think your dog has something to put into this story.
He's still fired up by the used condom story. Says the young victim plummeted 31 feet onto the concrete below, suffering several broken bones in his feet, legs, and shoulders, reports KARE 11. Emergency services says the boy was conscious and breathing when they arrived at the scene. He did not suffer any head or internal injuries as a result of the fall. So that's pretty good if you fall 31 feet in the concrete and you only have a few broken bones.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
So from the sound of it, this was the 18-year-old was a cognitive disability, which I would assume is like autism. But
I mean, listen, I get being not fully in control sometimes, but I've never threw someone 30 feet
just
onto concrete.
Only 29 feet?
25.
That's not 25 feet's okay, but don't throw kids 30 feet.
Listen. The world isn't made for crazy people.
I don't think he was crazy. I think he was autistic. That's a different thing.
It is a different thing, you are correct.
But I guess his handler was at the park, but not in line, which I guess is a bad choice.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning, like, I mean, they're there for a reason.
Let's see, what other stories?
Did any of the calls we have to police release this week?
What is it?
Did you listen to any of the calls we at the police released this week?
Oh, no, I need to do that still. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, Essex police released, because we spoke about something similar before, released some recordings of people disusing the 999 line for things like getting the wrong pizza. But the best one, right? The best one is the guy that phones to complain about the police helicopter disturbing the peace over his house.
That's ridiculous.
It's been out quite tonight. Yeah. And what? like, is the police helicopter. It's like saying, I've heard a lot of police sirens. Can you get them to speed down the road without the sirens on, please?
Here's one of those to give him let's see. Someone gave her a mushroom pizza instead of a meat feast pizza, so they called the police.
Yeah, that one, I've listened to that one, yeah. She's allergic to mushrooms.
Who mistakes meat pizza for mushroom pizza? Like, they're just bad at their jobs.
Yeah. Just don't eat the pizza if you're allergic to mushrooms.
Yeah, but then they just
you realise that.
You just wasted your money, though. If they gave you the wrong pizza, if they don't replace it.
Well, is that really a police? I thought that the ice cream van's just gone past the thought it was the police.
Yeah, it's not really a police matter.
No, it's not.
See, this sounds like something you do. This story.
Call the police because
no,
the wrong pizza.
This is a different story. This is man admits stealing shark, insists it needed help.
I agree that it probably did need help, but I don't get why he gave it back to the police. Set it free! Set the shark free!
Anthony Shannon says he knows it was wrong to steal an aquarium shark carted off in a baby stroller over the weekend. But the 38-year-old...
In a bucket of water.
A bucket of water.
Yeah.
But the 38-year-old insists it was an emergency. In an interview with KENS TV, the self-described marine activist who keeps 5 sharks and dozens of fish in 3 saltwater tanks at his residence says he only took the juvenile horned shark from a petting zoo at the San Antonio Aquarium because it quote-unquote needed help after a visitor squeezed it. He said, "I knew it would gain a lot of strength being in a proper environment," he says, referring to a large tank in his garage. That's where police eventually found the 16-inch long shark, resulting in a felony theft charge. But Shannon's deception, which he said was unknown to his wife and friends, also present, began much earlier. So he has a history of stealing fish, I guess.
I love sharks. I think you should have let that shark go into the sea. Did you see the one in, I think it was Spain, somewhere, floating up in the water by the beach?
I didn't see that story.
Oh, it was adorable.
Our next story. A man's mouth duct taped shut twice as he's sentenced.
I've seen this. Why didn't they just remove him from the court?
I don't know. This is a report on a judge imposing a gag order has likely never been so literal. Cleveland.com reports Franklin Williams' mouth was covered with red duct tape as he was sentenced to 24 years in prison Tuesday after being convicted on armed robbery charges. The 32-year-old reportedly kept speaking over a 30-minute period in the courtroom, even as the judge warned him to stop at least a dozen times. The judge eventually issued the order that Williams' mouth be taped shut. Video taken by Fox 8 in Cleveland shows a deputy pulling a piece of tape from the roll in preparation to tape Williams' mouth as Williams speaks out, saying he didn't get a fair trial or any justice and the judge is not allowing him to speak how I need to speak. Report said he kept on talking even as the tape was placed on, so a second piece was applied. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they had the duct tape. That's just strange.
I've been told to shut up by a judge.
Was it? You're breaking up.
I've been told to shut up by a judge.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Not this week. Not this week, so.
Not this week. Previously.
Yeah. I don't get though how they're allowed to just take his mouth shut. I think that's a bit violent. I think he should have just removed them from the court.
So what would you do if the judge ordered your mouth to be duct taped?
Well, I think I'm duct tape resistant because if I was upset, I'd be screaming and crying. So first of all, it'd be hard to get it over my mouth. And second of all, it would be hard for it to stick because I'd be like a snotty, teary mess. So it'd just keep like slipping off.
Or they could just duct tape it all the way around.
Well, yeah, they could, right? But it's just gonna be stuck in my hair. It's gonna be like wet, so it's not gonna be on my mouth. So I'm still gonna be able to make a noise.
That's true.
I'm duct tape resistant, people.
So there you go. So don't try. They could still try. See how it works.
They could try, you are correct. But I would strongly imagine they would fail.
I still think they should try.
But I want to be able to do the podcast.
Well, not for the podcast, but in court. You can't do a podcast during the court anyway.
I
don't think.
Told me to be quiet.
I know, but I'm just saying that you can't do a podcast in court anyway. I'm not saying you should be duct taped on the show. I'm saying if you talk too much in court, they should duct tape you.
Say you're the solicitor, though. Would they duct tape you then?
If they what?
If you're the solicitor.
I don't think they'd be allowed to duct tape.
Well, he should have just represented himself. Then they wouldn't have been able to duct tape his face.
I suppose.
I
I got a few more stories. How many stories I got left? I got 7 stories left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 stories. Next up, a would-be bank robber balks and then asks to open an account instead. Which
he did what?
Says a would-be bank robber turned into a would-be bank customer Friday afternoon, police said. The suspect walked into a Bayonne, New Jersey bank and handed a teller a note demanding all the money. But as the teller read the note, he snatched it back and said he wanted to open an account, NewJersey.com reports. A customer service rep met with him in another area, but the suspect didn't have the ID needed to open an account as the man was meeting with yet another employee. The teller told the customer service rep about the note. That employee confronted the suspect and escorted him out of the building. By the time the police and bank security were alerted to the incident, he was gone, and the investigation continues.
That is insane. Do we think he just bottled it and was like, I can't go through with this robbery? Or do you think the customer service was so good he was like, I need to be banking with this bank?
Could be either one, I would guess. I think he chickened out, it sounds like.
Yeah, and why didn't they keep him in the room and pretend to open them the account while they called the police?
They did, but he didn't have the ID. He didn't have his ID with him.
Oh, so the one that took him into the room was unaware that he'd tried to do the robbery?
Yeah, until later on, until the other employee told them, and then they tossed him out of the bank.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, why did they let him walk free?
Well, so bank security by the time that they alerted bank security, he was gone. So, yeah, that's just they shouldn't have thrown him out, they should have kept him there. Like you said.
Yeah, they should have kept him talking in relation to opening this account he wanted. And then, do you know what else?
What?
He might have given them his real details. Because put on the spot like that, with all that adrenaline, you're not going to think of fake details.
I would. I'd tell him my name was Pixie. I'm in Liverpool and I'm wanted by the police. That's what I'd tell him.
Don't, I'm scared they're going to come back.
See? If they do that, they better come back on the show. If the show ends and then they show back up, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. You really want it to end, don't you, with me getting arrested?
Exactly. That's a good cliffhanger.
Will she be in a hospital next week doing the show with us, or will she be back home?
There you go. A town's entire police force abruptly resigns. Blandford, Massachusetts officers said their lives were at risk. So, the whole police force just quit.
Why was he sent to come and speak to me?
Well, these are Massachusetts police, not English police.
Okay.
Since the entire 4-member police department of a small Midwestern Massachusetts town has resigned, citing poor equipment and unsafe working conditions, the AP reports. And their interim police... How do you get an interim police chief if you don't have... Oh, okay, I see. Interim police chief Roberta Sonaki and 3 officers submitted their resignations in a letter to the Blandfield officials on Monday, effective immediately. So she was already a substitute police chief.
Has one already walked out?
Maybe. See, the officer said the town's police cruisers are in such bad shape that they often have to answer calls in their personal vehicles. That's tremendous. They said
What happens if you don't have a personal vehicle then? How to go and answer the call?
So I guess there could be like a Honda just pulling up behind you instead of a police car. I don't know.
Yeah, and then like, what about where they say, you can't be sure that the police don't like speak to them or whatever?
Yeah, I wouldn't pull over for a non-police car.
No, would I for?
See, they said the police radios don't work in some parts of town, and their poorly fitting bulletproof vests are beyond expiration dates. They also cited inadequate staffing and poor pay, and said the department has been neglected as Blandford, which has a population of about 1,200, considers merging the department with the nearby Chester PD. We refuse to put our lives on the line anymore for a town that seemingly cares so little about us, the letter reads. The Massachusetts State Police, in a statement, said the state police will assume any additional duties required in the wake of the resignations of local officers, noting that all 911 calls from Blandford for police assistance are being routed to troopers in Russell, a town about 5 miles away. Their Facebook page advises residents to continue calling 911 as usual, if needed, or to contact the Russell State Police Barracks for non-emergency police services. So yeah, that's their whole town. I guess I don't know if they'll hire new ones or they'll just merge it with the next town over, it seems.
I mean, 5 miles isn't very far, is it, anyway? Do you know what I mean? Like...
Well, it depends on traffic.
I suppose so.
But yeah, their cars are in such bad shape. That's funny.
You know what they should? They should give them, like, them little ones that kids drive around in.
All those little, like, Power Wheels?
Yeah.
Little police Power Wheels? My house is being robbed. They're like, we'll be there in 10 hours. They'll be off on their little Power Wheels.
Well, yeah. The police here, where I live, in my actual city, were responding to 999 calls at one point within, no joke, 4 days. If you dialed 999, you could expect the police to turn up somewhere between then and in 4 days.
So I wonder why it's 911 in the United States and 999 in England.
I don't know. What would happen if you dialed 999?
It might call the English. It might be like, hello, what do you need? Evening, Governor.
I don't think anyone said governor, and it's not evening here.
It's almost evening. It's closer to evening there than it is here.
What time is it?
There it should be. Let's see. 3.
Oh, Jesus, where's my day gone?
I think arguing with people.
Oh.
They'd be like, top of the morning, pip pip cheerio, it's 999.
If anybody needs someone who is good at arguing, please find me on Twitter and employ me, because...
Well, you just said you're skilled at public nuisance and you're also skilled at arguing.
Yeah, please somebody hire me for those purposes. It's all I can do well, and I'm pretty sure I don't have a job.
But don't tweet her about used condoms. Tweet those to me.
Yeah, no, I can't deal with having me Twitter suspended again. Oh, 12 hours in Twitter jail.
Yeah, you're in Twitter jail for 12 hours.
That was the most fun I've had all week.
Well, it's been a big week for you.
It has been. It's been a very eventful week.
Let's see, 4 stories left. He slept with man's wife and now owes him $9 million. Is the headline. Keith King says no amount of money could make up for his busted marriage. Nonetheless, a North Carolina judge has ordered his wife's lover to pay him $8.8 million. The decision revolves around an obscure law in the books in 6 states called alienation of infection. Or not infection. Alienation of affection. Reports WSOC. In this case, the 48-year-old King claims he was in a happy marriage with 33-year-old Danielle, whom he wed in 2010, until she began an affair with a man she met on a business trip. I've compared it to like a nuclear bomb going on around my surroundings, says King, who first got wind of the affair thanks to phone records. That led to a confrontation between King and Francesco Huzar. I don't know how to pronounce that. That was recorded.
First of all, I feel like this is going back to ye olde days where ladies were property. First of all, right?
Yeah.
And second of all, the other guy's already sounding more appealing than a husband.
Because he's younger, probably.
Richer. He sounds exotic.
Well, he could just be the guy working at Burger King. We don't know.
He could. Well, where's he getting £8 million from then? Or dollars, sorry, if that's the case.
I don't think it says his job. King says that his marriage was murdered. And last week, a Durham County judge agreed, ordering Huzar to pay $2.2 million in compensatory damages and $6.6 million in punitive damages. The result is unusual, with most of the 200 alienation of affection claims filed in North Carolina each year settled out of court, but this was a very classic case that just happened to have all the factors, King's attorney tells WRAL. Still, some argue that there should be no alienation of affection law at all, as it's based on the outdated view that a married woman is her husband's property. Hey, there you go.
Ding, 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 ding!
You got that one. It's quote-unquote archaic and should be stricken, says Huzar's lawyer, who claims King was controlling of his unhappy wife. Verdicts like these remove personal responsibility for a person's own marriage.
Yes, I would agree.
So you side with the cheating spouse?
Yeah, definitely. I think she's got a right to be with whoever she wants to be with.
Well, I guess she still can, but that guy's going to be $8.8 million poor.
If I was the wife, I'd step in here and I would thingy my own lawsuit against being viewed as property. That's what I'd do.
She filed a lawsuit against the state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe women are allowed to even file lawsuits in North Carolina. They seem pretty backwards.
Oh, maybe that's why she's going out with someone with an exotic sounding name, because he's going to get her out of North Carolina.
Maybe. Yeah, it didn't say where the business trip was. Here's another married couple story. A woman shoots her husband dead after he bought porn. Patricia Hill called 911 and told them what she'd done. This is an Arkansas woman was arrested Saturday after authorities said she fatally shot her husband. Of particular note in this case is the reason. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says Patricia Hill gave for the deadly misdeed her husband bought porn. Per Fox16.com, 69-year-old...
Can I just ask?
What was it?
Sorry, I'm really sorry for interrupting you. Who buys porn?
So you're saying that they just generally view it on the internet?
Yeah, people don't usually pay for porn.
Well, this guy was old. He might not know about the internet.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Per Fox16.com, 69-year-old Hill admitted to police she killed 65-year-old Frank Hill following an argument that began after her husband purchased pornography on their television. So I guess it's like a pay-per-view type deal. Oh.
Why was she so bothered that he was watching porn?
Oh. Says the statement, police said Patricia Hill canceled the purchase, but her husband then made a second one, so he really wanted to see whatever this was. Big Booty Lovin' or whatever it was. He really wanted to see it. Patricia Hill told police that she approached her husband in a shed outside her home and asked him to leave. When he refused, she said she went back into the house and armed herself with a .22 caliber pistol. Back at the shed, she shot her husband twice, striking him once in the leg and once in the head. Immediately following the shooting, she told authorities she went back into the house, put the gun where it belonged, and called 911 to report what she'd done. Her husband was discovered dead in the shed when police arrived. She's currently held without bond on felony probable cause for capital murder.
What? Listen, I think there are a few reasons why I think maybe that lady is insane. But the biggest one, right, is that there have been times I would rather pay for my exes to watch porn than bother me.
So you'd rather pay for the porn and then they go do their thing on their own?
Yeah.
Than be bothered with it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I guess she doesn't have the same mindset, but I don't know.
She's insane.
Apparently. I'm still wondering what kind of porn it was. Like, what kind of porn does a 65-year-old married man watch?
I bet you it's filthy.
You think it's like really bad? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
We'll let the audience use their imagination. This has been a filthy show this time. It's been filthy news today.
Well, listen. The world as we know it is filthy. I had something I was going to say, but I forget what, so that's all I can give you.
Alright. We have two more stories. One, BronyCon is ending.
What's that?
There's these people called bronies. Have you heard of My Little Pony?
Yes.
Apparently there's adults that watch this show. They have an adult audience that are fans. I think the target audience is children, but I guess there's adult fans. Well, the news story says the organizers of a convention dedicated to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, say next year will be their last, citing declining fandom among bronies. It's been a wild ride, but all rides end eventually, shares Sheba Goldberg and Elania Summers write in a letter, the Baltimore Sun reports. Say, hey, it's local to me. But they plan to go out with a bang rather than the fire dwindle in the embers. The next year will be the longest running one, next August 1st to 4th. BronyCon was born in New York in 2011 to celebrate the anime series, which has attracted a following outside its target demographic of young girls. The convention peaked at 10,000 attendees. Fans call themselves bronies, which I guess is a mixture of bro and ponies. A nod to the fandom's prominence of adult men.
I think they've got a strange love of ponies.
Maybe that guy was watching the pony play.
Maybe he was.
He may have been a brony.
Maybe we'll find out it wasn't actually Pornyball, but like a gambling site to watch horses do the thing while he, did it.
There's gambling porn sites of horse porn? Is that what you're saying?
No, but now I've said it, it's probably going to be a thing by tomorrow.
See, you just started a whole industry right there of horse.
Listen, if anybody needs an ideas woman, I am unemployed.
But don't message her about crusty used condoms.
No.
Send that to me.
There's Josh's face.
That's right. I gotta investigate that. Or washed ones. Either or. Oh, we've got breaking news.
What?
We got breaking news. Ohio police chief who OD took drugs from the department.
Does not surprise me.
An Ohio police chief died in May, and an autopsy released last month said he died from acute intoxication by fentanyl. So basically he did street heroin. Now officials say they know how James Hughes Jr. got his hands on the deadly drug. They believe
How did they not know before, please? It's pretty obvious.
Well, I mean, they didn't know if he bought it off the street or whatnot. But they think he took it from the Kirkersville Police Department evidence room. Says there were packaging that was indicated that he was taking controlled substances from there. So yeah, that's, he's getting free fixes.
Well, he's not anymore.
Well, yeah, not anymore.
Listen, kids, you just don't know what are in street drugs. Don't take them. If you're feeling like you need a fix for some reason, you probably need, prescribed medication.
Yeah, but people abuse that too.
Yeah, they do. But all I'm saying is, don't listen to the voices in your head, listen to me.
Or
Or
listen to the full voices in your head, not their own head.
Yeah, listen to what the voices from my head are telling me to tell you.
Don't listen to your own voices. That's good advice.
I think it's amazing advice.
And this is our main event story.
It better be good. It's been a hard week, and the only joy I've had is being suspended on Twitter.
Accused mystery pooper resigns, demands $1 million.
What? Say that again?
This headline is, accused mystery pooper resigns and demands $1 million.
I'm very confused. Please tell me more.
Alright. A New Jersey school superintendent accused of repeatedly defecating on another high school's track has resigned. The Star-Ledger reports that the Kenilworth School Board accepted Thomas, oh Lord, how do you pronounce this? Trebaglini's resignation Thursday. And an email and voicemail sent to staff, the board said it became clear his continued service became too much of a distraction. He's charged with public defecation, lewdness, and littering.
Listen, if you're gonna poo, you need to carry one of them little bags with you. If you're gonna poo in public. Okay. And then once you've done your pooing, you scoop it up into the little bag.
So the court hearing is pending. Authorities say surveillance footage caught him in late April following an early morning run at the Holdendale High School. His lawyer says he's only seen snippets of the video. Police said staff members were watching to see who had been leaving human feces on the property. So apparently he's just a serial pooper on this track.
What was the evidence again?
They caught him on video pooping on the track.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit.
That may have been the video the old man was buying also.
No, they like to, see the poop in person.
I don't know, some people might want to watch that video.
I don't get people that are into, defecation.
Maybe that's why the old woman shot him. She wants to see those poop videos on her TV.
I want to know what her defense is going to be as to why she shot him.
I don't know.
Can't just be because he was watching porn.
I guess that's what she said.
Is she really that upset that her husband's watching porn?
I don't think it's that big of a deal, but apparently she's old-fashioned. And, hey, he's had to have done it before. You're not 65 years old and be like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this porno.
I don't know. I just think, let the man watch his porn.
I guess not.
I'm sure he lets her watch fucking Geordie Shore or whatever she watches, do you know what I mean? Fucking let him watch his porn.
I guess, but she had a different view. See, if she had your view, he'd still be alive. Because you wouldn't have shot him.
No, I wouldn't have shot him. I'd have been like, how many times a week do I need to buy you this to leave me alone? Altogether, completely, forever. It's done.
There you go. If you want free porn in your relationship, just tweet at Pixie.
Hi, boys!
She's single. She's single, unemployed, and wanted by the police.
I'm a cat.
This is Big Cat. You can watch all the porn you want, so there you go. This has been a weird show today.
I'm feeling pretty fucked up, so...
Well, there you go. I've been watching Hoarders this week.
I fucking love a hoarder, but then apparently I am a hoarder. I mean, here's the thing, right?
You're not a hoarder.
I do like things, right?
Everybody likes things.
Yeah! But then, on the court order form I got sent before I went to court this week, it accused me of being a hoarder, for real.
What did it say you hoarded?
Hoarding?
Hoarding what?
Just hoarding in the property where I live.
What do you think they meant by that? What are you hoarding?
I don't know. I took pictures of the property and gave them to my solicitor, who gave them to the judge, so...
Did you just take pictures of the clean spots?
No, but that would have been a good idea.
So you're saying you're innocent of hoarding?
I'm innocent of hoarding, at least for now.
Oh, so you're dabbling in it.
I'm thinking about it. It seems like an interesting lifestyle.
So there you go. That's another one. She's single, unemployed, and is considering hoarding. So if you're into hoarding, if you're an expert hoarder,
if you love a woman who is free all day, who needs to avoid places with the police, and who will buy you all the porn you want, provided You bring in hoarding material. I'm your girl.
You'll trade porn for hoarding things. So they could just go by a local dumpster.
Oh no!
Oh, that's gonna be good material.
I want to be the one that makes it all disgusting and smelly.
Okay. Some hoarders don't care. They'll dumpster dive.
I want fresh new things, and then I'm gonna make it smelly.
How are you gonna make it smelly?
I'm gonna get someone that likes poo porn to come and poop for. No.
So you go hoard strangers' poop?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Listen, it's an interesting lifestyle. I need something new. Something fresh and new.
So I guess it's gonna work. You'll open the door, they'll poop on your floor, and then you'll hand them some sort of pornographic material.
Oh no, they don't get porn.
We just said... Oh, I guess that's just the relationship person.
Yeah, people
Okay.
that like pooing for pornographic reasons can come in and do it here, and I will charge them.
But if you're in a relationship, that person has to be okay with strangers coming to the house and pooping on the floor.
Listen,
So
they're getting all the porn they need.
I'm saying that they have to tolerate... They have to tolerate your wanting strangers to come into your house and poop on the floor. For your collection. That's a prerequisite. They have to tolerate the strangers pooping.
Yeah.
Is there any specific place that they poop, or just anywhere?
He can poop in the corner.
So just make like a mountain of poop?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm going to charge people to come and see the poo mountain.
That's a job,
and
I guess.
And use that money to pay for the porn that I get for the clean objects that I hoard.
You don't want to clean it up. You want to let that pile up.
Yeah, but this sounds like a successful enterprise.
See?
Is what I'm saying.
What would you call this? Poop, novelty. Whatever it is.
A shrine to the god of poo.
There's a god of poo?
Yeah, because imagine life without poo. You'd die.
Yeah. You'd probably also die if you let it pile up in the corner in your house. That doesn't seem very sanitary.
The god of poo will protect me.
I've seen people poop in bags and throw it in a corner on hoarders. But I've never seen a pile of raw poop on hoarders. That would be new.
I wonder how it gets to the point, right, where people are hoarding. Because it's an illness, isn't it?
I think so. They can't differentiate junk from valuable things. I think it's part of it. I'm not sure exactly where it's. Usually it seems like some sort of traumatic event will trigger it.
It's like proper anxiety to get rid of anything.
Somehow, like, their parent dying in a car crash will turn into, I need to collect everything. I'm not sure how really that works, but...
It reminds me of, like, an OCD thing.
Well, I think it is part of it.
Maybe there.
I would think collecting poop in a corner would probably also be considered OCD.
It's not my poo, though.
Yeah, but it's other people's poop. That's even weirder. So you'd poop in the toilet, but you'd expect other people to poop in the corner.
Yeah.
I bet your neighbors would like that.
Listen.
Smell drifting out.
My neighbours are the worst neighbours ever. They play the music really loud and he's weird, right? We all know he's weird. But then, like, he never complains about anything that he really should complain about, like someone screaming after being murdered.
Or filling their house with feces and stinking up the neighborhood.
Yeah, they just let me do it.
Would you let your neighbors know, or would you just let them just smell it out themselves?
Or they can just smell it.
They might want to come in and add to it. They might want to.
No.
Your neighbors can't poop in your corner?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Poo corners for friends?
And strangers, you said.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, so you're getting more exclusive with your
Yeah.
your poop
The
collection.
first rule of Poo Club is that you don't talk about Poo Club. The second rule of Poo Club is that you have to shit in the corner.
It's been a good show. What else are we going to talk? We're going to talk about something else too, but I can't remember what it was.
We were going to talk about a lot of things.
Let me try to think. So distracted by poop hoarding.
Listen, guys, it's going to take over scrapbooking, so just get ready, okay? Be the number one hobby ever in the world.
Poop collecting?
Yeah.
I don't think it's very sanitary.
I think a lot of hobbies are very sanitary.
Yeah, but that's a little bit worse.
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't me that came up with this idea.
I just said hoarding. You're the one talking about the pooping inside from that other story we talked about with the superintendent.
It seems like too good of an idea to come from me.
Well, he sort of stole it from the guy that was pooping on the track.
Yeah, I suppose so.
He was pooping enough.
What's he doing?
What's what?
What's he doing these days?
What's who doing?
Does he need some free porn?
The school superintendent?
Yeah.
Well, he resigned, so I guess he's unemployed too.
Perfect man.
But he's in New Jersey, I think.
It is a long way to come, like, to poo in my corner.
Yeah. He might only like to poop outside, too, so you have to consider that.
That is true. What's the obsession, by the way, with people pooing in public places lately?
There's another story?
Yeah, there was the one where the woman shit in the restaurant, or whatever it was, like a restaurant or a coffee shop, and then threw it at the employees.
I didn't hear about that. I gotta look that up.
Oh, go and find it.
Woman defecates, throws poop at Tim Hortons employee. Oh, let's see. Is it Canada? It's gotta be in Canada, but similar. Oh, yep, in British Columbia. This is a story from May 17th, so this is really fresh news.
Hey, I seen it as it was breaking.
A woman was caught on camera defecating on the floor of a Tim Hortons restaurant in Canada and then throwing her excrement at an employee, according to surveillance footage and authorities. The woman, whose name has not been released, good for her, was arrested by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Langley, British Columbia, and later released. According to a statement from Tim Hortons, the incident took place after an employee denied the woman restroom access based on her past behavior and out of concern for immediate safety of those in the restroom. Tim Hortons has a restricted access policy for restrooms to ensure the well-being of our guests. While the chain does not have a policy regarding guests who purchase something to use the restroom, some restaurants do require a key or buzzer to enter the restrooms. Surveillance video of the incident posted on social media shows the woman arguing with an employee and then pulling her pants down and defecating.
You need to watch the video.
She throws the excrement at the employee and then grabs a fistful of napkins to wipe herself.
Go and watch the CCTV people.
It's right here. Let me see. I don't think there's any audio, maybe. Oh, wait,
no, there's no sound.
Oh, there's a little bit of sound. Let's see. She's just arguing. I think everybody's looking at her. Let's see. Still arguing. Oh, her pants coming down. They're coming down. Oh, she's leaning against the thing. She's just pooping, and then she threw it. She wiped her butt with the napkins, and then threw the napkins also at the employee. the poop stained napkins also got thrown.
Yeah. And then there was the jogger this week or last week or the week before that was caught on CCTV shitting in the street with diarrhea.
Oh, that's disgusting.
People just love shitting in public places.
See, you prefer that they poop in the private places.
Yeah.
Namely, the corner of your residence.
It's what I think of my life.
Yeah, we'll get better.
Someone come and buy my house.
Well, they're not going to buy it if you let people poop in the corner. That's just not happening. That's a very...
I thought that was going to be the selling point.
That's a very niche audience of people that want a house full of strangers poop. Like, there's only a handful of people that worldwide I would think be interested in that.
Listen. I think it'll sell better with a pile of shit in the corner than it is now.
That should be like your selling point.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, never there. I've just got a pile of shit in the corner.
Yeah. You gotta call it like earthy. It gives your home an earthy fragrance.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Natural.
Yeah. You should paint the walls to complement the poop in the corner. I'm not sure what color would.
You can't be climbing up a ladder, can I, on the antipsychotics? Imagine if I fell.
We'll hire a painter, and they come in and just like tell them to paint around the poop in the corner.
Will they take poo as a payment?
Highly unlikely.
How about porn?
That's also that's more likely, but not too likely.
Sorry, I can't see. Oh, there we go. Oh, are you still there?
I'm still here. Hear me?
Sorry, I just had a call on my phone and it made my screen go all funny.
Tell me you're busy. You're talking about important things.
Yeah, I'm busy making up my new way of life.
Now, would you all... Oh, here's another thing you could do. You could find condoms and then wash them and then sell them.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Mystery condoms. Are you gonna get some disease? You're gonna get pregnant?
Well, you gotta wash them first before you resell them.
Yeah, but still, mystery condoms.
That's to go to dumpsters and just trying to find the sense of behind some shady hotel, and you're you're just digging down there to find used condoms to resell to people.
Oh, I know. It's not like I can make them myself.
No, I think it'd be hard to make your own condoms.
No, you know what I mean is a used wash condom. You have to buy the condoms new.
Well, no, I'm saying if you fetched a used one out of a dumpster, you could get that for free and then wash it and sell it.
I don't like the idea of being in a bin, though.
You might be able to get like some homeless people to do it or something. You can have like
Will
a whole
they
army.
accept you as a payment?
No, but they might accept porn.
Okay.
So you get the homeless people to go fetch used condoms out of dumpsters for porn. And then you wash the condoms and then sell them.
This sounds like effort.
Well, it's work. It's more.
I'm gonna let you try it first.
I'll try it.
Tell me how it goes.
So you're not interested in this business venture?
No, I'm too busy with poo.
You could run them both. You could run both simultaneously.
Listen, it's too much of a commitment. You need to focus all your attention on one thing.
Also, strangers pooping in the corner would take all your attention.
Yeah, I think so. You gotta source the people. You've gotta make appointments for them to come, and then you gotta be in for them to come and poo in your corner.
That'd be difficult to like poop, like, you have a little time span each day. You got 5 minutes to poop in the corner. We got a busy schedule.
It's a time-consuming thing.
What else would you hoard? Or just poop?
Just poo. Good with poo.
I'm not sure what I'd hoard. Probably something stupid. It'd be expensive to hoard.
Nah, I think the reason why they hoard shit is because they never throw any normal people do away.
So just keep what I have. But if it's just like a wrapper or something, just keep it instead of throw it away, and then I'll have my own hoard.
Yeah,
well, that's easy.
how it works.
That's easy.
Yeah, see? Guys, we're starting a new hobby, hoarding. It's gonna be amazing!
That's just hoarding trash. You're hoarding stranger species.
And we'll see who wins.
I'm sure I could accumulate a lot more trash than you can.
Are we sure? Can your rubbish be chip mountain?
I think it can. I think a competition. We'll start that. We should take pictures and put on Twitter of this which pile accumulates faster. How dare you?
We should. Definitely.
I guarantee by the end of the week my trash pile will be higher than your poop pile.
No.
I guarantee it will be. How are you going to find that many people that soon to poop in your corner? I can accumulate trash pretty fast.
Listen. Do you have eyes?
Yeah.
Look at me. If I walk up to some weird guy in the street and say, please come and shit in my house, he's gonna come and shit in my house.
Why do you say that?
Because nobody says no to me.
They might about that.
You know what?
What?
It scares me that I don't think they would.
You don't think they'd say no?
No.
I would hope they would.
Listen. There are some pretty willing people out there.
They're that desperate for female attention that they're like, oh, I'll come in and poop in your corner.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is the majority of men in public that I encounter.
That there are men that look like they'd be willing to come to your home and poop in your corner.
Yeah.
And just tell them to leave. Now, would you provide toilet paper, or you just tell them to just pull their pants up and go?
No, I'm not providing. They bring their own toilet paper.
Oh.
They take it back with them.
Oh, okay, so they can't keep the toilet paper in the pile. It has to be all Straight up poop.
It has to be unsoiled shit.
Well, I think it's in and of itself it's soiled.
No, it has to be pure.
What if it's diarrhea? Is there a consistency preference?
If it's water, it's not going to stay in the pile, so no diarrhea.
But they won't know till it happens.
And I'm sure they will.
Well, they might, a little bit. I'm trying to think of things on hoarders that I've seen people hoard. One guy did like those little dolls you see on they sell on TV, like the little porcelain dolls.
Oh, the creepy ones that watch ya.
Yeah, he's collecting stuff like that. And he thought they were really valuable, and then was just completely disheartened when they're like, no, that's just junk.
Yeah. I'd seen one where some guy was hoarding burnt shit because his house burnt down and he was just didn't want to get rid of all his old stuff that had been burnt.
So everything he had was burned?
Yeah.
That's just sad. That's a
it's
terrible
sad,
smell.
Yeah, but really, you need to stop hoarding that stuff.
Yeah. See, I've seen them hoard. Oh, the animal hoarders are the worst because they just end up dead.
Yeah, that's not good now.
I can't stand those episodes.
I would not watch that shit.
See what else have I seen them hoard? Magazines, newspapers.
See, this is what I mean. It's stuff that you'd buy and you'd throw away, and they don't.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Stuff like VHS tapes. Like just old stuff.
Remember VHS?
Yeah, VHS sucked. It was great for its time, but yeah.
When we were kids. This is how old I am. When we were kids, my sister decided for some reason she wanted to put a hand into the VCR machine and stuff.
Her hand got stuck?
Got stuck in the VCR machine, and she was only little, she was screaming,
How'd you get her out?
My mum did it, I don't know how, but yeah, my sister put a hand inside the VCR machine once.
Well, at least that was only once, so you keep doing it.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so rewinding tapes sucked. You remember going to video rental places and having to go out and rent tapes?
I've never done it myself. I'm not that old, but I remember my parents doing it.
Oh wow, I'm old.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe about no, I think VHS was still around then. They quickly went to DVD after that.
I wonder what's next.
Well, they have a UHD right now, which is a 4K ultra high definition format. So they had VHS, and then they had DVD, and then they had Blu-ray, which was high definition, and now they have ultra high definition.
Do you think they'll ever just be all TV? You know the way you buy stuff on iTunes and then it's just on your computer? Do you reckon it'll ever be like that?
It already is.
Well, do you reckon there'll be a time when there's no such thing as DVDs or CDs?
Yeah, they're already going to it. There's a service called Vudu. No, Apple, iTunes sells movies. There's digital movies.
No, but I mean, do you reckon there'll ever be real, tangible, I've got a DVD of a film, or will be a thing of the past?
Yeah, probably within the next 5 years.
Then when robots come, they can just have it they can just stream it in the mind.
Yeah.
How incredible would that be?
Like Netflix.
Yeah, but only straight to the brain.
They could probably do that with people at some point.
Is that not what happens to me?
Well, I don't think.
Okay.
See, that old man, he should have had that. He could have just streamed that porno right to his head and his wife wouldn't have known.
Exactly. It saves lives.
Stream porn in your brain saves lives.
It does. That should be our public announcement of the week.
That we need TV straight to the brain so we can save lives.
Yeah.
Did you ever, do you still think that cookies are bread? They're not manufactured?
Let's have this conversation because I'm not in a good place and it will end in me screaming.
Well, that might be good for the show.
Oh, that's not good for anyone.
I still think cookies are manufactured. Give me that look.
Wait, was it not you that bombarded me with pictures of cookies having sex with each other last week after the show? Because I think it was you.
It was one cookie on top of the other cookie.
Yeah?
I'm saying if there was cookie sex, it would have to be that.
Listen, I don't need to see it.
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
I was just bringing a point. That's what I was doing.
That's all I was doing, just showing you what it would look like. There's one cookie on top of the other cookie.
Maybe that's why she shot the man. Maybe he was watching biscuit porn.
Or cookie. It was in the States, it'd be cookie. They don't care about biscuits.
That's it. We've solved the case.
It was two cookies on top of the other.
It was a cooking show.
It was on the Food Network.
It was, what's that one everybody watches that I don't watch? Bake Off?
Oh, was that on Food Network?
No, it's on TV here.
Oh.
No.
You don't have Food Network there?
I'm there.
Oh. I think we have Food Network here on the cooking channel. So we have two Food Network things. Yeah.
Do you think anyone watches that all day, every day?
Oh, yeah. Someone watches anything all day. People watch the shopping network all day, every day.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But they do. These old ladies calling in, buying this overpriced junk jewelry.
That's crazy. It's got the Pixie stamp of crazy.
You know what they should sell on the Home Shopping Network?
Who?
Or used condoms. But don't call them used condoms, call them pre-owned condoms.
Recycled.
Yeah, there you go.
Vintage! Vintage!
Well, they have to be 25 years old to be vintage. You call them the gently used, previously owned condoms on the Home Shopping Network. They're all like holding them up and stuff, and they're like, "What is?"
Do you think anybody feels saner when they've listened to us?
Probably not.
No.
Well, maybe in comparison,
they're rocking in the corner right now.
Maybe in comparison, they feel saner.
Maybe.
Or they're just pooping in a Tim Hortons and throwing it at people now.
That was ages ago.
I know, but I'm saying they heard about it on this show, and now they just want to replicate it.
Listen, guys. Don't shit in public. Shit in a corner in your home.
Not their home, your home.
Everybody needs a pile of shit.
Yeah, but you want yours to be the biggest, right?
Yeah, and it will be.
See, what would somebody had a bigger pile than you? What would you think?
I think they were shitting in their own corner and breaking the third rule of shit club.
What's the third rule? What's the third rule?
Don't shit in your own corner.
tremendous. So the third rule, the first rule is don't talk about it. What was
Second rule is...
You forgot. I think the second rule was have people poop in your corner. The third rule was don't poop in your own corner.
And then there was a rule about no liquid shit.
Yeah. And no toilet paper.
Yeah.
So there's 5 rules.
5 rules.
That's a lot of rules.
Yeah. Feel like we need to downsize our rules.
Well, you can't get rid of any of them, though. Except for talking about it, maybe.
Talking about it's the most important one. We should make it 1 and 2.
Well, what's the second one?
Don't talk about dick love.
No, but that's the first one. That's the first.
Yeah.
It's the first and the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your dog is too adorable.
I don't know. He's my buddy. He's my co-host on here. And my third co-host. He's like the...
Is he after my job?
No. He just helps me do my job. He's like my assistant. But he doesn't poop in the corner. He poops outside.
Is he friends with that man that was shitting on the school property?
No, I don't know the guy that was pooping on the school property.
Well, maybe your dog does. Maybe that's where he learned it.
I don't think my dog's ever been in New Jersey. Unless he met him on the internet.
You know where your dog is at all times?
Yeah, no, he's not in New Jersey. How's he going to get that back that fast? Just logistically, it's impossible for the dog to be in New Jersey.
I think you don't give your dog enough credit.
I think you give him too much credit.
I'm getting another call. I can't see. I think I'm gonna have to go before someone calls the police on me again.
Alright. Well, they're going to definitely call whenever they hear this show. And you're pooping in the corner, hobby.
No, that's fine.
Alright. So we'll be back.
Same.
We'll be back next week with more really important news and randomness.
I've been Josh.
I've been Pixie. Bye.
Bye.